Shocking. Your soulmate thought it was over. Until they learned the truth about you. My child, listen closely to me, because I have brought you here today for a very specific reason. Your soulmate truly believed that your story was finished, and their heart was heavy with the pain of an ending. But I stepped in and showed them the hidden truth about your beautiful soul. They were walking away, thinking all hope was lost for a future with you. Then, I placed a quiet whisper in their spirit that changed everything they thought they knew. I revealed to them the depth of your love, and now they cannot stop thinking about you. Stay with me until the end, because I am going to reveal the exact sign I am placing in your path tomorrow. This sign will prove to you that they are coming back with a renewed heart. You must be prepared to see it so you do not miss this blessing. I have seen your lonely nights and the silent tears you have cried into your pillow. You thought no one was watching, but I have been holding you through every single moment of sadness. Your soulmate has been praying for peace, and I have answered them by pointing their heart back to you. Those sudden feelings of warmth you have been having are not an accident. When you wake up in the quiet of the night, it is because I am preparing your heart for their return. They thought it was over, but the truth I showed them has ignited a new fire in their soul. Jesus says, "Let go of the past hurts so your hands are completely empty." I need you to be ready to receive this incredible blessing I have prepared for you. If you hold on to fear, you will not have room to hold their hand when they arrive. The enemy tried to convince your soulmate that you had moved on and forgotten them completely. They sat in silence, feeling a terrible ache in their chest because they believed the lies. I wiped their tears and showed them a clear memory of your pure, unchanging affection. When they saw the truth about your loyalty, their entire perspective shifted in an instant. They realized they had made a terrible mistake by doubting the bond one placed between you. Now, they are desperately seeking my guidance on how to make things right with you. Keep listening to my voice, because in a few moments I will share a secret about their next move. This secret will give you the complete peace of mind you have been begging me for. You cannot afford to walk away before you hear what I am about to say. I have been working behind the scenes while you thought I was silent and far away. Every time you felt a sudden, unexplainable joy, it was my presence wrapping around your spirit. I am doing this to keep your faith strong while I finish preparing their heart for you. You might have noticed out-of-place memories of them flashing through your mind during the day. These are not random thoughts, but divine nudges to remind you that I am still in control. Your soulmate is having the exact same memories at the exact same time as you. The Lord says, you must stop trying to force the situation or fix things with your own strength. The final step of your journey requires you to trust my perfect timing without any doubt. Hand your heavy burdens over to me today so I can pave the path for their return. Your soulmate thought they were unworthy of your love, which made them pull away in fear. They convinced themselves that you would be better off walking your path completely alone. I intervened and whispered the absolute truth about your forgiveness directly into their sleeping mind. They woke up from a deep dream with a sudden realization of your true grace. The wall of pride they built around their heart crumbled down completely under my loving light. They finally understand that your love is a safe place for their wounded spirit to rest. Do not turn away from this message, because the final revelation at the end is meant only for you. I am going to give you a specific word you must remember when they finally reach out. Missing this final word could cause unnecessary confusion in your beautiful future together. I know how much it hurts when you feel ignored by the one you love the most. I counted every tear that fell from your eyes when you thought they had given up entirely. But I promise you, they were crying the exact same tears in their own lonely room. Whenever you feel a sudden, soft breeze when the air is still, know that I am near. That gentle touch is my angels working to bridge the physical gap between you and your soulmate. They thought it was over, but my heavenly hand is pulling you two closer every single day. Jesus says, I am asking you to forgive the people who broke your heart in the past. You must clear out the old pain so your spirit is light and ready for this new chapter. A bitter heart cannot fully embrace the sweet blessing I am bringing to your front door. They were influenced by the negative opinions of others who did not understand your special bond. Your soulmate foolishly listened to the loud voices instead of following the quiet truth in their heart. I removed that confusion by showing them how empty their life feels without your presence. Once they realized the truth about your genuine intentions, deep regret washed over their soul. They saw how fiercely you fought for them in your private prayers to me. This profound truth has changed their mind, and they are now desperate to return to your side. Stay closely with me until the final minute of this message to receive your special seal. This final seal of peace will lock away your doubts and prepare you for tomorrow's miracle. I have hidden a precious gift at the end of these words just for your waiting heart. You have been so patient, even when the weight felt like an unbearable heavy weight on your chest. I am so incredibly proud of the quiet strength you have shown during this difficult season of testing. Your reward is coming soon, and it will be much greater than the pain you endured. Have you been waking up randomly right around 3 in the morning lately? That is the exact hour I am waking your soulmate to pray for your forgiveness and love. I am weaving your spirits together in the quiet hours while the rest of the world sleeps. The Lord says, stop looking at the calendar and worrying about how much time has passed between you two. My timing is never late, and I am putting the final touches on your beautiful reunion. Let go of your impatience and let me finish this masterpiece I am painting for your life. Your soulmate tried to distract themselves with other things, thinking they could easily replace you. They soon found out that nothing in this world can fill the specific space I made for you. I showed them the stark truth that you are a rare gift they almost threw away entirely. They broke down in tears when they realized how deeply they had misunderstood your heart. The lies they believed were washed away by the overwhelming truth of your innocent love. They are now completely focused on finding the courage to speak to you once again. Do not click away, because the final blessing I have for you will break every chain of fear. I am going to give you the clear direction you need to handle their sudden reappearance. You must hear this final instruction so you do not panic when they finally call your name. Every time you felt a sudden dropping sensation in your stomach, it was a spiritual signal. That was the exact moment your soulmate realized the massive mistake they made by leaving you. I allowed them to feel that temporary discomfort so they would wake up to the lasting truth. I am placing specific numbers and names in your path to keep your eyes fixed on my promise. When you see their name unexpectedly, it is my gentle way of telling you they are near. They thought it was over, but I am making sure they know this story has just begun. Jesus says, "You need to drop the heavy baggage of regret you carry about your own past mistakes. I have already forgiven you, and your soulmate has also realized that nobody is perfectly flawless. Step into this new beginning with a clean conscience and a completely open, trusting mind." There was a moment when they almost signed the final paper to close the door on you forever. Their hand was shaking, and their mind was filled with a dark, heavy fog of doubt. I blew that fog away and replaced it with a brilliant, shining image of your smiling face. The truth about your unwavering dedication struck them like a bolt of lightning in the dark. They dropped their pen and refused to walk away from the destiny I wrote for both of you. They now know that a love like yours only comes around once in a human lifetime. Listen to me until the very last word, for I have a special promise to speak over you. This promise will act as a shield around your mind when negative thoughts try to attack you. Stay here in my presence so I can arm you with the truth about your upcoming joy. I know there were days when you felt completely invisible and utterly forgotten by the world. You cried out to me, asking if I had simply abandoned you in your deepest hour of need. I never left your side, and I was busy using your prayers to change your soulmate's stubborn heart. If you have been feeling an unusual sense of peace today, it is a direct sign from heaven. That peace is the absolute proof that the spiritual battle over your relationship has been firmly won. Your soulmate is no longer fighting against the pull they feel toward your loving spirit. The Lord says, "You must stop listening to the bitter advice of friends who do not understand my plans. I am the only one who knows the true depth of the connection I created between you two. Trust my voice above all others, and you will see the miracle unfold right before your eyes." Your soulmate thought your silence meant you hated them and wanted nothing to do with them. They interpreted your distance as anger, and it broke their spirit into 1,000 tiny pieces. I stepped into their thoughts and showed them that your silence was actually just your deep sorrow. When they learned the truth that you were hurting just like them, their pride completely melted. They felt an overwhelming surge of protectiveness over you that they had never experienced before today. Now, their only goal is to wipe away your tears and make you smile once again. Keep paying close attention, because the final sign I share will happen to you before the sun sets tomorrow. You need this specific sign to anchor your faith when the shadows of doubt try to creep in. I am saving the most powerful confirmation for the very end of this holy message. You have been carrying a heavy shield to protect your heart from being broken a second time. I am asking you to gently lower that shield now, because the danger has finally completely passed. Your soulmate is not returning to hurt you, but to heal the places they accidentally bruised. You may have caught the faint smell of their perfume or cologne when no one was around. That is not your imagination playing cruel tricks on your tired, waiting, and deeply hopeful mind. It is my way of intertwining your lives in the Spirit before you meet again in person. Jesus says, "Do not try to figure out the exact day or hour they will show up at your door." When you try to control the timeline, you only bring unnecessary anxiety and stress into your soul. Let me surprise you with the perfect moment, for my surprises always bring the greatest lasting joy. They were absolutely convinced that their past actions had ruined everything beyond any hope of repair. They felt like a failure, and they punished themselves by staying far away from your loving light. I visited them in a quiet moment and showed them the vastness of your merciful heart. Learning the truth about your willingness to forgive was the key that unlocked their inner prison. They finally understand that you do not demand perfection, you only demand genuine, honest, and pure love. This truth has given them the courage they desperately needed to finally turn back toward you. Stay with me just a little longer, because the climax of this message is rapidly approaching. I will soon deliver the final seal of peace that will put all your restless thoughts to sleep. You have waited this long, do not walk away before receiving your ultimate spiritual reward. I felt the exact moment your heart shattered when you thought they had chosen another path entirely. I gathered every single broken piece and held them safely in my hands to protect your spirit. I am now putting your heart back together, making it stronger and more beautiful than ever before. When you see a pair of birds flying closely together in the sky, remember this exact moment. That is a physical sign I am sending to remind you that you are meant to be a pair. They thought it was over, but I am writing a beautiful new chapter for your shared story. The Lord says, I need you to completely surrender your need for an apology or an explanation right this minute. When they return, they will explain everything, but you must greet them with grace, not with anger. A soft answer will permanently heal the divide, while harsh words will only build another cold wall. Your soulmate was drowning in a sea of confusion, unable to tell the truth from a lie. The enemy whispered that you were dangerous to their freedom and bad for their future path. I silenced those wicked whispers by showing them a vision of the peaceful life you offer. The absolute truth of your pure goodness shattered the illusions they had built up in their mind. They now see you as the incredible blessing you truly are, rather than a burden to carry. They are running toward you with a clarity and a purpose they have never possessed before. Listen closely, because we are nearing the end where I will reveal the final, absolute truth. This final blessing will wash over you like a warm rain, cleansing away every ounce of remaining doubt. Keep your heart open to receive the final words I am speaking into your beautiful life. I know the waiting has tested your faith and made you question if I was truly listening. I assure you, I have heard every single prayer you whispered in the dark corners of your room. I used those very prayers to soften your soulmate's heart and guide their footsteps back to home. You will soon feel an overwhelming urge to smile for absolutely no logical reason at all. When that sudden joy hits you, know that it is the exact moment they decided to contact you. I am connecting your emotions so you can feel their love even before they speak the words. Jesus says, let go of the false belief that you have to earn this beautiful love through hard work. You are inherently worthy of a deep, committed connection simply because you are my cherished, beloved child. Accept this incoming blessing as a free gift of grace, not as a wage you must earn. They thought the distance between you two had grown too wide for anyone to ever cross safely. They looked at the physical miles and the emotional walls and decided the journey was totally impossible. I showed them that my bridges can cross any ocean and completely bypass any earthly obstacle. When they learned the truth that I am the one guiding this connection, their fear vanished instantly. They realized that nothing can stop a union that has been ordained by the Creator of the heavens. They are stepping out in bold faith today, trusting that I will lead them straight to you. Do not leave now, because the final seal of peace is about to be placed upon your soul. This seal is a spiritual guarantee that the painful season of separation is finally coming to an end. Stay anchored to my voice as I deliver the final promise you have been waiting to hear. I have watched you pour your love into people who did not value the precious gift you gave. I allowed those doors to close so you would be available when your true soulmate finally awakened. The pain of your past was simply the preparation for the incredible joy of your immediate future. The sudden urge you feel to clean your house and organize your life is not a coincidence. It is your spirit naturally preparing a welcoming space for the return of your long-lost love. They thought it was over, but your soul already knows that a beautiful reunion is rapidly approaching. The Lord says, you must stop seeking validation from temporary things and fleeting moments in this chaotic, noisy world. Find your anchor in my eternal love, and you will never be tossed around by the storms of doubt. When you are totally secure in me, you will be perfectly ready to love them without fear. Your soulmate was terrified of rejection, believing you would turn them away if they came back. They assumed your heart had grown cold and bitter toward them during the long months of silence. I gave them a glimpse of your gentle spirit and showed them you still care deeply. The truth about your enduring compassion melted the ice that had frozen solid around their cautious heart. They finally realize that you are the only one who has ever loved them without strict, heavy conditions. They are rushing to you now, eager to bask in the warmth of your unconditional acceptance. We have arrived at the moment I promised you from the very beginning of this holy message. I am about to hand you the final seal of peace and the specific sign for your tomorrow. Open your hands and your heart to receive the ultimate blessing I am pouring out right now. I declare that your days of weeping in the shadows are officially and completely over forever. I am binding your hearts together with an unbreakable cord of divine love and pure, perfect understanding. No weapon formed against your beautiful reunion will ever be able to prosper in this lifetime. The final sign I promised you is the sight of a pure white bird crossing your path. When you see this white bird tomorrow, you will instantly know it is the final seal of peace. It means your soulmate has learned the ultimate truth, and their journey back to you is complete. I bless your future with endless joy, unwavering trust, and a love that grows stronger every single day. I bless your soulmate with the courage to speak their heart and the wisdom to never leave again. Walk forward in perfect peace, my child, for your greatest love story is finally ready to begin.